It's day 11 of designing Animal Crossing Island in 30 days using only DIYs. Yesterday, we began laying out our entire island. And then, as a reward to ourselves, we got scammed by Captain.
It's the 30-day DIY island.
Today is moving day for our villagers. I'll be moving 7 out of 10 villagers to this new location which we set aside for them yesterday. The reason I say 7 is because I moved one house yesterday, and there's 2 more houses that are just going to be somewhere else because I only put 8 plots aside here. There is one thing we kind of need to check first, though. We need to choose a proper incline for this neighborhood, and there's a few that might work. I thought maybe the log staircase, it's not super expensive, and it kind of matches the vibe of like the wood path we put down, but so do the plank ramps. And on a completely different end of the spectrum here would be the steel staircases. They are the most expensive option, but I also think they might complement the area well. However, at the end of the day, I only have so much money, so let's just try this. The reason this is taking priority over anything else today is because I realized later on that I probably can't place staircases this close to houses. So I just wanted to see if that was true and adjust my plans accordingly. So let's see, build. That's what I thought. There are 2 different things I can do to solve this problem. One is that I can take the houses that are next to the ramp area that I set aside and just move them over 1 tile each, which means everything kind of gets moved over a little bit. Not a big deal. I have the room over here. I have the room over there. Or I can dig the staircase into the cliff, which does take away room from the top half of this little village we're creating over here. That would probably put the landing of the staircase maybe about right here. And then the next staircase, which is mostly just for getting up on a cliff area, if I even have one, would have to be dug in as well. But after taking away that many tiles, I might not even put a big enough cliff up here for you to climb up there anyway. I do really like the distance between all these houses right now. I don't want to change it too much. I like where everything is. So before I do anything else, I'm going to try to see how much I have to dig this cliff in, and then figure out if I like that or not. My guess is this will still be too close to the house, as will this. And it looks like this too is going to be probably 1 tile too close. So I need to dig this in quite a ways in order for it to work. And now I'm afraid I'm gonna have to probably terraform up top too, because it's gonna be like your staircase is going into a wall. Let's see. Oh, okay. It's fine with this. Let me imagine it. Is this a good spot? Indeed. I don't exactly know. This is further back than I was anticipating. It does create kind of an alley feel walking between 2 houses to get up to the staircase, and I like that, but I gotta think on this a bit more. The daily routine in the meantime can commence. I just shot a dress out of the air. What was on the beach today? Let's see. It was an ironwood clock. Okay, mostly just for indoor use only, but I'm happy. That's fine. That's fine. It's new. I'll take new. First rock of the day is a money rock. That feels good. So not only do we have the staircase conundrum to worry about, but this in general is just going to be a pretty long day for me because moving 7 or 8 homes, looking probably like 8 now, is going to take a long time. And I'm just going to have to do a lot of time skipping 1 day at a time. And you know me, it's difficult for me to just skip a day and do nothing. So in that time, I'll probably try and make some money by planting some money trees, at least. Even if we don't get the money rock every day, just having that many days worth of money trees waiting for me will be a pretty nice reward at the end of a very long process. The other task that I need to get done each day, if I'm really on top of it, would be to chop down a bunch of trees, maybe around where my tree farm is. And, you know, if I did that for that many days in a row, I'd probably come out with some pretty decent supplies as well. And as you know, the further along this island gets, the more supplies I'm going to have to use because we need to get, you know, decorating at some point, like actually decorating. Oh gosh, and then there's all the DIYs I could get every single day. Oh man, this is going to be such a long process for me. The unglazed ditch set is a pretty decent little decorating item. It can be customized, I think, in a few ways, and yeah, that'll be good. And little items like that I could put on tables. Excellent. Fortunately for me, I have saved up quite a bit of money. I could have put it right towards my loan, but I didn't. And this money is great because not only will it help me plant those money trees I was talking about, but each house we move is going to cost a certain amount of money. And then if we decide to build any bridges or ramps along the way, that also is going to eat into my funds quite a bit. So I'm just going to keep all my money on my person during this process. I've decided to go ahead and move Harry's home out of the way. I've done my thinking, and I've decided the staircase was in the right place. The houses were not. This is going to kind of adjust the way the island is laid out a bit more than I would like, but it's okay. I was thinking about it, and I can definitely get by with, you know, with these changes. It's not that big of a deal. After giving it much thought, I've decided to move this house out of the way. I'm going to put the staircase back where I originally planned to have it, and I'm just going to leave a little bit of extra room between the houses in the middle, just so you can climb the stairs. We'll decorate around them. It's going to look awesome. So each of these plots needs to move over a space or two, and I think that means this last plot will start here. It's kind of hard to get my head around this. It won't go there. So basically this house just moves over one space and sits on top of this line of dirt. This plot then also moves over one space, just like that. And then if we come over here, we got to do the same exact thing. Hopefully this decision doesn't screw up any staircase plans for this area right here that I have in the future. It's probably going to be fine, but that was the main thing keeping me from like committing to this early on. But now that we're doing it, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. All right, and with that, the bottom layer plots are now set in their new homes. I guess my home plots have their new homes. I'm going to move Harry's house literally just right next to this. And with that done, our new layout has started to take shape. I got to do the top section still, but you kind of get the idea. Now I can move Harry's house just opposite of where it is now, so I don't have to move it twice. We'll say this is the spot. Can I just say this move would frustrate me to no end? If I looked out my window and saw where I was going, I would be so mad. I think at first when we place the staircase here, it's going to look a bit awkward to have just this weird space between the staircase and the houses, but you know, we can maybe put some plants or something there, and I think it'll look pretty nice. It's gonna take some getting used to, but I do want to commit to this. I think it's gonna be a bit of a challenge for me, just a new way to kind of decorate a spot, and it's gonna look really awesome. Anyway, there are a couple of last minute things we need to do before we begin this exhausting process. I need to empty out my inventory first and foremost. This should be plenty of room. Next, I need to make some stone axes. The reason for making these is because I'm gonna be coming, you know, in every day, and I want to just quickly chop down some trees. And I don't want to, you know, run out of supplies to do that. Ooh, got 2,000 points for storing things in my house. That's good. I know it sounded like I was about to go through a whole list, but that was it. Just those two things. Now we're ready to start moving houses. And on this day, we have a visitor at the campsite, which is going to be interesting because we actually do have an empty plot with Bertha having moved out. So we'll check that today. But the first thing I want to do is figure out the 2 crafting recipes for the day. So we're going to enter any house that looks like the lights are on, see who's crafting. If they're not crafting, I leave. At least the houses themselves for now are on the beach. So this is only going to take longer and longer, but it's easy enough to check all the houses and the beach at the same time. I don't want to do this, but if I see a fossil and it's within reach, I may as well grab it because I am still trying to get that part of the museum done. Here we go. We got our beach recipe, and it is honeycomb flooring. Look at that. That is the first floor that I've learned how to craft. I don't like that floor, but I mean, it's better than nothing. It's not like I'm going to have a ton of options. Here's our empty plot. There's our campsite villager. Who is this? Could it be Poppy? Oh my gosh, Poppy?
Oh, please, 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 please.
I bet Poppy's in there.
Guys, do you think Poppy's in there?
I don't know.
Oh, we need to check. We need to check right now.
Calm down, guys. There's no way Poppy's in there.
Hey, shut up.
Yeah, you're always so negative. Ugh, he's here again. Oh, I can't stand that guy.
He just never lets up. Oh, that's not Poppy.
Guys, shut up. He's going in the tent. It is not Poppy. Is a cat villager, though. Monique. I never remember Monique, which feels bad. Should we invite Monique? The thing is, we need to invite somebody, because I don't think we can move that plot without someone living in it. So, I don't know. We could let it autofill, but Monique is considering living here, so let's just see. Will she just do that without making me play a stupid game? She has to turn it down. You know what? Fine, Monique. That's fine. Monique's ranking is 292 anyway, so we're not really missing out here. Eric is the one crafting, and it's a mossy garden rock. Oh my gosh. That's so cool. I love DIYs like this. We're gonna need as many little decorations as possible, and I'm just glad that we're starting to accumulate those. All right, let's start chopping up our trees. I'm not going to shake them first. I don't care if I get stung. Let's just get this task out of the way. The last thing I need to do before moving the actual houses today is to find the money tree spot, and I have no idea where this is going to be. I am, however, managing to find all the fossils, and so I might as well just dig these up. Oh, and while I'm over here, I should probably just place the incline as well. I'm tempted to pay this off now, and I don't really want to, but if I want bridges, which I desperately do, I may as well just pay it off now. I can always make land bridges in the meantime while we're still kind of building things up. So there goes about half our money. It's only fair though, we're about to put most of everybody over here, so they should probably have a way to get up and down. Fine, it's fine. Okay, I did find our money tree spot, and what I need to do, I need to make sure I do this very carefully. Let's try and put away everything first, and then we can take out 10,000 bells. And let's be careful not to bury anything but the 10,000 bells. There's a really good chance I accidentally click this amount of bells, and I don't want to do that. Aside from getting my daily Nook miles, I'm also going to go ahead and buy my song every day too, because I can't help myself. Next up, we'll move Wendy's house. Before I actually moved Wendy's house, I wanted to see what it looked like, because I'm trying to have houses that look a little more beachy on the actual river itself. But looking at all the options, there's not a lot of people that have beachy looking homes. I guess Eric, but Eric is one of the few I don't want to have move over there because Eric is already in the top 50. And so I wanted to put his house somewhere else because he's the best one. But when I say beachy, this is more or less what I'm talking about. This might literally be the only house though. We might just have to deal with it. I guess Norma's house fits the description, but I think that's it. So yeah, let's go ahead. We'll put Wendy where Harry used to be, which is going to be right about here. And there we go. It is now time to skip ahead to the next day. Looks like Red is here today, and the DIY is right next to my house. Perfect. It's going to be a project table, which is an excellent table. It's 2x1, and it's really just kind of one of those tables that can fit in anywhere. Stinky is not crafting. Paula is not crafting. The next day we skip to is going to be really confusing because there's also going to be gyroids popping out of the ground, which I still haven't decided if I'm going to decorate with them or not. Aha! Okay, what are you making? A log bench. I think I know how to make that. Yep, I know how to make that. Dang it. I think Norma's house will be the one that we decide to move today. Here's how the neighborhood's shaping up though. The log ramp is officially done. There's a lost item which I'm going to completely ignore. And before we get too far into this, we should probably start moving these plots over as well. All right, that is all the plots exactly where they need to be. Found today's money tree spot. I'm managing to find all the fossils as well, which again, not intentional, but pretty nice. Except for my shovel being broken, that's less nice. I'm not too far from Red's boat, so I might as well just go ahead and buy a piece of art, even though completing the art museum is not something that I'm like actively trying to do, but I don't know, I just feel like I'll regret it if I don't try. It's always nice too when there's like something that's clearly not fake and you can just run up to it and buy it without having to think about it. Next up is the tree farm. I'm making a new shovel, but here's our recipes we've unlocked recently. A little bit underwhelmed. But yes, let's go ahead and make a shovel. And now it's time to move Norma's house. And with Norma settling in tomorrow, it's time to skip another day. By the way, that gyroid we planted, the first one, it's a tacoid. My first gyroid is a tacoid, which I would argue is probably the best one. I went ahead and skipped August 1st because I remembered that I made that my birthday and I just did not want to deal with that. So we're on August 2nd, and now I'm getting the notification that Nook's Cranny is actually going to expand, which is fantastic. It looks like Kid is the one crafting today, and literally the first house I walked into, which is really nice. It's the acoustic guitar. Pretty good decoration. Believe it or not, we've learned 100 DIYs. It certainly doesn't feel like I've unlocked 100 DIYs, but here we are. And I forgot we were gonna get an autofill. Who is this? I'm not gonna read the sign. I'm just gonna go in. Is it Poppy?
Oh, no way.
Could it be? Guys, I don't think Poppy's house looks like that.
Shut up, what do you know? Bro, look at Mr. I Read the Wiki.
Yeah, let us just have this. Come on. Guys, I don't know, maybe he's right.
Oh, not you too.
No, it's Poppy for sure. Look, he's going in. It is Renee. I like Renee's house. This is a nice house. And Renee is ranked 110 on the list here. So, not great. Not terrible. I will say, though, that I think Renee's house is the one, in fact, we moved today. It looks really nice. I would love to have it on that riverfront. And for anyone, in case you forgot, I cannot use Happy Home as part of the rules, so I won't be able to edit any of these houses. And I am just here taking one last look at the old Nook's Cranny before it gets upgraded. Oh, and I should probably mention that my inventory is completely full, and I need to get all these fossils identified, so I don't know, I was going to sell some of the junk, but let's just go take care of the fossils too. Here's what we're donating, and here's what we're selling. 43,000, wow, that's not bad for just running around and skipping days. Today's beach DIY is the Lily record player, which is an excellent machine for playing music, and it works really, really nice outdoors. Tree farm time. So far, I haven't been stung, but I think this is the round where we do get stung. And we didn't. 2 fossils right next to each other. Fantastic. This is literally my second soup kettle in a row from a balloon. I just sold one of these from a different day where I, logged in, found a balloon, and I just... How do I get 2 soup kettles in a row? Who's complaining, though? I mean, ×5 on a 200 Nook mile goal? Okay, never mind. Give me as many soup kettles as you want. Oh, and my bonus. I forgot because I skipped a day. I now am back to day 1 on this. Dang it. All right, it's fine. I'm not going to worry about that. Let's just buy our song. And let's ask to move Renee's house. Renee's house makes for the final house on the bottom layer of our neighborhood. We just have 4 more houses to move. I still got to find the money tree for today, though. Aha, here it is. It's too soon for someone to want to move away, right? What's Stinky thinking about? Oh, he just wants to give me some trash. Great. I wish the lantern was craftable because I really, really like using this item all over islands, but it is sellable. I mean, we can make some money at least. In any case, our tasks are complete and it's time to skip another day. And the time skipping worked because Nook's Cranny is closed. I'm actually starting to have to check the neighborhood to see who's crafting. That's how many houses are here now. And it is Harry. Harry is making some modeling clay, which is another cool item you can put on top of tables. It can be customized in all kinds of fun ways. This is excellent. By the way, I do know that if I were to skip instead of an entire day, like half the day, I could get even more recipes, but this is already taking forever. There's no way I'm doing that. Still haven't found the bells that are buried somewhere, but I will hit these trees and hope once again not to get stung. Oh, perfect. There they are. Everything's right here. And today's beach DIY is the golden decorative plate. I certainly do love a golden item. The next house we're moving is Tasha's house, and that's going to go right here. We now have 3 more plots that need houses. And the neighborhood will be complete. I've also decided it's time to change my hairstyle to something that's more appropriate for how I'm feeling right now. I think this is the best representation for what I'm going through, because I have to skip another day, and this is taking forever, and I'm feeling like it's running me ragged. Nook's Cranny is reopening today, but you know what? That shop is kind of useless anyway. They could celebrate without me. Got a fossil and a DIY sitting really close to my house and right next to each other. What is it going to be? The woodland wall. Okay, yes. I really like getting interior floors and walls. There's just not a lot to choose from, so I get really excited at the thought of my house having some, interesting rooms. It is kid crafting again. What do we got? A ukulele. Okay, I got a guitar and a ukulele today. I am all ready for my YouTube apology video. The first thing I'll be apologizing for is that joke. One of the things I'm doing is getting a decent amount of reactions today as well. Just from all the time skipping. If I happen to walk across the path of the correct villager, I get a new reaction, which is something I wasn't really counting on. I'm excited to see how many of those we end up with. Time to do our trees. I've barely started today, and I already have both DIYs. I see another fossil over there. This is going really well. I mean, according to this, we've unlocked 10 reactions. I guess it'll go up significantly once I spend my points on some as well. By the way, today's ×5 Nook Miles multiplier is for hitting a rock, and it's the money rock. So double whammy here. I'm really excited. I'll be taking that, and I'll be taking these. Speaking of money, I've found today's money tree, got our bonus, got our song, and because today is going so quick, I'm going to go ahead and buy some fence recipes because we need to start collecting these as well. We're moving Paula's house, and we'll put it right here. Just 2 more plots to fill. It's another new day, and I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm trying to decide the last houses I'm going to move. I think Stinky and Eric are the ones I'm going to have live somewhere else. They've easily been the nicest to me out of everybody in this village so far. Let's see what beach DIY we got. The bird bath again? Oh my gosh. Anyway, they've easily been the nicest villagers that I have on this island. Just hands down. I've broken another stone axe, but I'm really glad that I've decided to make this one of the dailies because, oh my goodness, we are getting so much in terms of wood, all the different varieties. I think Kit is the one who's been crafting the most throughout this entire day today, and I got an ironwood bed this time, which is awesome. Starting to collect all the ironwood furniture. Found today's money tree, got our points, got our song, and now I'm getting Angus to move. We'll put him right here. Oh my gosh, I only have to do this one more time. Before we skip to the last day though, let's go ahead and deal with our inventory, which is once again basically full. We're only donating 4 of the fossils that we got. We're gonna sell the rest at the brand new and improved Nook's Cranny, which we only need to worry about coming into just to sell stuff and buy some customization kits every now and again. Looks like we're gonna get 45,000, which is a really good haul. So we're now on the last day that we need to skip to. It looks like this is the fireworks show, which would be a really nice way to cap off such an intense grind, but I just don't think I can handle any more time skips. Let's begin with our last round of tree chopping for today. And what's nice about that is I didn't get stung one single time. There was a week of time traveling there, and none of these trees ever spawned a wasp nest. I'm pretty thrilled about that. The beach DIY is gold plate armor. Oh, I thought that was gonna be a new outfit, but it's just the big suit of armor that just kind of stands around. I can't even make that until I get I believe the iron plate armor. So kind of a useless recipe right now. Found today's money tree. Oh my gosh, this is too adorable. It's a shame that I have to ruin their favorite tree with a house in a minute. I still have yet to find out who's crafting, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab the plot for our last villager now because I'm gonna have to go up there anyway to see who's crafting. We'll get our song for the day as well. And I just love when this item shows up. Unfortunately, this is the wrong playthrough for it, but such a good item. I'm also going ahead and grabbing 2 new fence recipes, a couple of my favorite ones, in fact. Oh my gosh, they're still here. I'm not gonna be able to build. Let's see, will it let me? Oh, it just shoved Angus right out of the plot. Okay, good. This took long enough as it was. Oh my gosh, this is so good. So we have everybody here now. I think I'm gonna also get a bridge today. I was thinking about that. We have a lot of money, which I'm about to show you in a little bit. But yeah, having a bridge the next time we come back would be great because we are going to be making a lot of visits here. And I guess it'll be great for the villagers too. None of the villagers in our new neighborhood were crafting, which means the only other villager it could be, after checking every single house, is Eric, who is as far away from that neighborhood as possible. Oh, you're not crafting either. Oh, it's the fireworks show. I think people are distracted. They don't want to craft because they're too excited for fireworks. Well, that's okay. It's time to go over the haul. Remember when I said we have a lot of money? Well, that's from all the money trees we've been planting throughout the day, and oh my gosh. This is gonna be satisfying. So I currently have 73,000 bells. Remember that number. I'm gonna chop these down one at a time, gonna make sure that I don't lose any bags of money in the process. And we are now at 253,000 bells. That means it's time to reward our efforts with a brand new bridge. Now, I don't know which bridge to do. I think this one, because given like the style of the paths and stuff we're using in that area, I think this bridge, not only, is it affordable, but I think it matches the vibe. And we are of course going to line it up with our new staircase. That looks really good. I'm like really excited about this bridge. Time to empty our wallets. While we're at it, let's start paving our new path as well, because I really want to show you guys what this is going to look like having a 4 wide path with some of it going like underneath the doorsteps of these houses. I'm excited. Yeah, there we go. I think my plan for this is going to be to put a rope fence right along the river, and that should keep people from, of course, falling into the river. And again, I think it'll look really nice. Let's go ahead and taper off all these little spots here. I just don't get why we can't put some path underneath staircases. That still, to this day, drives me bonkers. But Angus is enjoying it, so I do like that. We're going to be putting stone path up here in a similar fashion. I also think I might put some fences along here as well. I haven't quite decided yet because, again, not a ton of room. People up here might just have to risk it. We'll see. But that concludes another incredibly long grind. The next thing we need to do is continue terraforming and doing some more plans for our island layout. We need to decide where some other buildings are going to go. That video will be on screen over there when it's ready, so feel free to click on it.